I mean, I don't know what to tell you. I read from a Mass Market paperback and I liked it. Hey everyone, welcome back to Andrew's Wizardly Reads, and today guys we are talking about the Mass Market Paperback. But before we get into that, please like this video and subscribe to the channel, as it does help the channel grow. And you can check the description box down below for links to all the social media, including links to the Discord, as well as my Patreon. Just want to give a huge shout out to the patrons. Your support means the world to me. It enables me to just pursue my passion and this fantastic hobby. And with that out of the way, guys, this video is more of just a thought kind of experiment about mass market paperbacks, because I have a fair few of these suckers, and I've been starting to buy them up again. And it's weird because, you know, growing up, I used to go to like Borders bookstore, and I would just buy mass market paperbacks en masse. They were cheap. They could take a beating. They were, I mean, for me, I thought that they were pretty fun to read from. I know as I get older, it kind of gets harder to, read some of the font. But as time has gone on, I've kind of moved away from the mass market paperback, and instead I've embraced hardcover, ebook, audiobook, or trade paperback, which is not the same thing as a mass market paperback. This is something that's meant to be thrown around, tossed around, thrown into a handbag, a purse, thrown onto the nightstand, used for bathroom reading, if you will. This is, bathroom reading material. These are books that are meant to be beat up. They are meant to have their spines cracked. And once I started getting more into a collector mindset and I started caring more about the cracked spine, I found myself moving away from the mass market paperback and no longer searching for these. In fact, I was finding myself actively unhauling mass market paperbacks, and that kind of makes me a bit sad now, because recently I had this on my shelf and I wanted to do a kind of taste my shelf challenge, and so I reached for the Rune Lords to do an immersion read with, but the only physical copy I had was mass market paperback. And let me tell you something weird and interesting happened. I had so much incredible fun just reading from the mass market paperback. I would find myself turning off the audiobook and instead just focusing on the book in my hand. And there was something nostalgia that harkened back to me being in my childhood bedroom, laying on my bed, reading The Wheel of Time for the 17th time out of a mass market paperback. Okay, I'm exaggerating. It was probably like the 4th or 5th time out of a mass market paperback. But I tore those copies up, and I looked at those damaged spines as a point of pride. And now that I'm more collector, I don't really take as much pride in a cracked spine because I like my shelves to look nice. And there's something that I miss about that, and I don't quite know what it is. And feel free to tell me in the comments what it is about a cracked spine that is either to kind of just feel bad about or to feel pride. Like, do you feel pride? Do you feel like, just let me know your thoughts in the comments down below, because I feel like I've enjoyed, I didn't crack the spine, but I definitely creased the spine a little bit. Like, it's been a little relaxed and stuff like that. And because I had that experience, I've now started going out and buying, as I almost dropped books, I've been starting to go out and buy Malazan and mass market paperback. The thought process being is, if I enjoyed Wheel of Time in mass market paperback, perhaps I'll enjoy reading Malazan that way. And now that could be a completely incorrect assumption, but at the same time, it's something I want to try. I even went out and was like, I've always been curious on Isaac Asimov, and I found this box set in mass market paperback completely beat up. Like, let's see if I can get this camera to cooperate and focus. I don't know if it's making them look new, but when you look at these are completely thrashed. These are from like the 70s. And yet, I went and got a box set of 5 mass market paperbacks, or I guess these would be considered vintage paperbacks, but now we call them mass markets, just because I want to read from the format. I don't care if these fall apart. I don't care how old they are, because they're already well-loved, well-beaten up, and at the same time, I know, like, I don't know. I know that I'm going to have a good and solid reading experience. I mean, I've got the Coldfire trilogy. I've got the, what is this series called? Stormlord trilogy. I'm starting to get Malazan. I've got, I believe it's called The Baker's Boys. What do you call it? The Book of Words by J.B. Jones. I've got that in Mass Market Paperback. These I've already read, but I'm holding them up anyway because these are the only indies that I've ever seen in Mass Market. These are Andrew D. Meredith's The First Collation. And he initially was releasing these in mass markets. And I just find something so cool about them. These are now in trade paperback, and they're no longer in mass market. But I feel like there's something sad about the death of the mass market paperback. Because frankly, more often than not, most books aren't getting a mass market paperback release. And the fact that I went on a campaign to unhaul my mass market paperbacks. And now I feel a little bit of regret because I feel like there's something intrinsically just valuable about reading from these. I felt connected to the book in a way I haven't in quite a long time. Not that to say that, like, it enhanced the reading experience. Well, no. Maybe I am saying that. What I am saying is the physical act of reading itself was nostalgic for me. And if you're in your 30s, you know nostalgia is one heck of a drug. And maybe I'm just reacting to the nostalgia of reading from a mass market paperback. But my goodness, was that a good nostalgia hit. Like, it just got me right where I live. And it transported me back to discovering fantasy as a young reader. And I loved that feeling. And so part of me wants to just dive in headfirst and start buying up more mass market paperbacks. My full plan is even, like, I haven't even restarted reading Malazan. My plan is to just go ahead and get Bone Hunters on mass blah, blah. My plan is to go ahead and get Bone Hunters, which is book number 6, on mass market paperback because I just want to. It sounds fun to read from this smaller format for me. And granted, I still love hardcovers and trade paperbacks and ebooks and audiobooks, but I feel like I've rediscovered something with just the mass market paperback. I don't know what it is, but it feels right to me to try and recapture some of the love of mass market, because if I wait too much longer, I mean, like I said earlier, they're not printing these anymore. They're not making mass market paperbacks. This is a dying format. And I want to enjoy it while it's still here, you know? Like, there'll always be the legacy copies and stuff like that. You can always get mass market paperbacks super cheap. But there's just something wholesome about reading from this format. I don't know what... I can't quite put my finger on it. Please, like I'm saying, let me know in the comments down below if you agree or disagree. What do you think it is about the mass market paperback that is just so, I don't know, enticing? Because, yeah, it doesn't look the best on the shelf. It's not tall and it doesn't fill up the space like the special editions or the trade paperbacks or the hardcovers. But at the same time, when you're sitting outside just enjoying the weather and you've got a book in your hand, there's just something to be said about being able to, like, snap this, abuse it, toss it around, and not worry about the aesthetic of the book that's going to be displayed on your shelf. I don't know. I think there's something special about that. And so for that reason, I feel like I'm falling back in love with the mass market paperback. There's just something so beautiful about it. That's all I really got for you today, guys. I just wanted to kind of rant and rave about rediscovering my love of the mass market paperback. It's just, it was unexpected and it kind of came out of nowhere, but I'm kind of glad that it did. But I hope you're doing well, and till next time, peace out, stay magical, bye. And as always, I want to give a huge thank you to my patrons. Thank you for supporting my passion and my hobby. It means the world to me.